Hi, welcome to Story Inshort. Today I am going to talk about a life of a young man turns upside down when he intervenes in a dispute in order to rescue his father from a ruthless local outlaw. It's a 1995 released drama Malayalam film called as Kiridam. The movie starts with the hero named Sethu, who dressed as a cop stepped down from a jeep and going inside a police station. Inside, head constable salutes Sethu and smiles. The head constable is Sadhu's father named Achuthan Nair. Suddenly Achuthan Nair's wake up from sleep and realizes it's just his dream. Achuthan Nair is an honest and sincere police constable, has a loving family consisting of his wife Amu, 2 sons and 2 daughters. After the night shift Achuthan Nair go to home. There we can see his youngest son Ganeshan studying, and his wife welcoming him. Once they go inside, Achuthan Nair discuss with his wife about the dream he saw in early morning and wish the dream comes true because they are in financial crisis, and if Sethu get a job in police their life will be settled. Sethu has already passed preliminary test and physical test, only he need to pass the personality test and interview to get the job. Sethu's younger sister tries to wake up Sethu as Achuthan Nair is going to see him sleeping and scold him for not doing exercise. Suddenly Sethu starts to do but is already too late that Achuthan Nair was watching the entire thing from his doorstep. He scolds him for waking up late and not controlling diet. For that Sethu replies as he was preparing for the interview he couldn't sleep on time. Achuthan Nair believes it and goes. On breakfast time when all were waiting at the dining table Ganeshan was drawing fake mustache. While his sister comes there to call him for breakfast, she notices him drawing it and tells everyone about the fake mustache on Ganeshan's face. Everyone laugh at him and Achuthan Nair tell him to wipe it off. With regret he removes it. Mom serve food to everyone but Sethu refuses to eat too idly as he told dad he will be on diet. After some time, we see Sethu's uncle Krishnan get ready to go for work and waiting for his daughter Devi to get ready. We see Sethu's grandma reading newspaper and pointing out she should buy Sethu some protein powder which is in the newspaper for good body, but Devi intervenes in between and tell them about Achuthan uncle complaining about Sethu gaining weight. While they start to leave, Sethu arrives and talk about his family's current situations. Then Sethu is welcomed into the house and grandma and Devi's mom serve him food, but on the way back to job Achuthan Nair comes to this house and sees Sethu having food again. Out of guilt Sethu asks his father for forgiveness and tells him that he will follow strict diet from now on. Achuthan Nair tell him to have food if he is hungry and not to follow diet with hunger. On that evening Sadhu meet his friend Keshu and discussed about the thing which had happened with his father that day and saw Devi coming back from temple. She asked them what they are discussing about. Keshu replies as they were arranging a bridegroom for Devi. Devi told Keshu to marry that bridegroom himself, as Sadhu won't allow anyone to marry her other than Sadhu himself. Everyone laughs and Keshu gave them their space and leaves. They both starts to walk towards house but his brother comes there and remind him about the meeting and everyone was waiting for him. Due to which Sethu leaves. Next day Sethu goes to see his father on police station as it's a payday for his father and they can buy utilities for the family. Achuthan Nair gives Sethu money and tell him to close all the debts on provision store and offers him pocket money. Sethu refuses it, as they are having lot of financial issues. In evening while Achuthan Nair and Devi's father were having liquor they discussed about Sethu's and Devi's marriage. Devi's father advises him to make it as soon as possible, but Achuthan Nair disagreed to it by saying they can only get married after Sethu get his job. Sethu and Devi was secretly listening to it and they became very happy. After Achuthan Nair get a letter from his elder daughter he gets worried and discuss that issue with Sethu, about his brother-in-law Remanan leaving his job and planning to start some business without any plan or money in hand. Remanan is a type of character who like to live without doing anything and depend on someone for livelihood. By sunrise Remanan come with the family to Sethu's house and have a conversation with Sethu about why he left the job. After listening to all those foolish reasons they both keep on going towards home. Achuthan Nair comes home with Sethu's interview letter and it is going to conduct in another city which takes 1 day's travel to reach. Next day morning Sethu leaves for the interview. Just after he leaves Achuthan Nair got into a conflict with a person who parked his car in a no parking zone. After a while he came to know that car belongs to a powerful politician and Achuthan Nair gets a huge pressure from his superiors and using that politician's power Achuthan Nair was transferred to Ramapuram police station. After he takes duty in new police station and comes to know about Kirikaden Joes, who is the gangster of that place, and about the gang wars which is happening on that place. Soon after, Achuthan Nair finds a house in Ramapuram and tries to move his family there. When things are getting loaded in the moving van, Sethu returns home after the interview and comes to know about the things which has happened while he was gone. In Ramapuram, Sethu meet with Suresh and Najib, then soon after they becomes friends. From them he comes to know about Kirikaden Joes, a hardcore criminal, who rules the market of Ramapuram by running an extortion racket. Next day, a man named Hydros, a local thug, after getting drunk comes to the street for collecting money, but the vendor refuses to pay him as he is given to Joes's gang. When he realizes that is not going to get paid, he turns to Sethu and asks for money. He sees the knife in Hydros' hand and gave him money. One night, Achuthan Nair's co-worker comes to their house and told everyone about the story of the old gang leader named Hassan, who ruled the market, but Hassan's gang and Joes had a fight which ends up in the murder of Hassan by the hand of Joes in front of everyone in the market. But Joes was not convicted as the case gets dissolved because no one came to be the witness for that murder, as people are scared of him. Even police won't touch him because his gang won't let their family sleep peacefully. Next day, Hydros and Joes's gang member Parameshwaran had a fight in the street. Police came there but no one intervenes as it's a fight by Joes's gang member, but Achuthan Nair couldn't watch this, so he fought with them and make them surrender. Suddenly Achuthan Nair gets scuffle and is beaten quite brutally by Joes. Sethu, who was in the market at the time, witnesses this and saves his father by attacking Kirikaden Joes and his goons. Joes gets severely wounded in his head and loses consciousness, which make the crowd believes Joes is dead. Joes gets admitted to hospital and the inspector goes there to know the situation of Joes, but doctor couldn't say anything at that time as his state is very critical. The entire market celebrates the fall of Kirikaden Joes and finds a new savior in Sethu. Home. Everyone is tensed about Sethu as he gone missing. Achuthan Nair's superior comes to visit his house and tell him that he is going to dissolve this case as Sethu's intention was to save his father. Later tell them that he is the person who hides Sethu, as Sethu approached him after the fight in market. After few days, his friends take advantage of this notoriety, and eventually, start a brawl in the local pub. Achuthan Nair is deeply disturbed by this series of events and accuses Sethu of slowly turning into a criminal. Though he tries to stay out of trouble, Sethu is gradually dragged into one mess after another. In market, Hydros claims to be a henchman of Sethu and starts collecting extortion money from the local traders. Ramanan also joins Hydros. Sethu, upon learning of this, beats both of them up at the market. However, at home Ramanan gives a false account of what happened, convinced that his son was in the wrong. Achuthan Nair asks Sethu to leave the house and Sethu walks out. The local police inspector arrests Sethu on a petty case and warns him not to cause more trouble. Keshu tries to pacify him and Sethu breaks down completely. Meanwhile, Parameshwaran gets out of the hospital and tries to attack Sethu in a forest. Both of them get beaten up, but Sethu get an upper hand and tie the hand of Parameshwaran and tries to leave, while Parameshwaran provokes Sethu by saying he is going to kill Sethu before midnight. This makes Sethu angrier and breaks both of his hand and drag him to road so that someone can save him. Later Sethu gets arrested and Achuthan Nair comes to know about this and beats Sethu inside the station. Inspector comes in the middle and stop him from beating up Sethu. In the meantime, Devi's parents fix her marriage to a different man, which Devi isn't prepared to accept. For resolving this issue, Devi's father comes to see Achuthan Nair and tells him to ask Sethu to make Devi understand that the marriage between them is not possible. After getting bail from court, Sethu meets Devi and explains his helplessness and asks her to follow her parents' wishes. But she hesitates and cries. Forcefully, her family make her marry another person. After her marriage, Sethu ends up feeling lonelier than ever and he don't even know what to do with his life. Few months passes and inspector get a request for police verification for Sethu as he has passed the interview and this is the last step before joining in police. Inspector end up in a dilemma where he wants to make him pass, but there is a case in the name of him for breaking the hand of Parameshwaran. So he finds a way and make Parameshwaran understand about the situation, so he offered him some money and close the case. But after getting discharged from the hospital, Joes decides to take his revenge on Sethu. He also decides to severely punish anyone who celebrated his death. Meanwhile, Inspector instructs Sethu to go to some place far away and only to come here after getting job. Then Joes can't touch him as Sethu will be a policeman. Sethu listens to Inspector and goes from Ramapuram. But soon he realizes that he is not having money in hand, so he goes to Keshu's house for seeking some money. For arranging money, Keshu asked him to give one night time, and also Sethu can stay at his house as Jose doesn't know about Keshu. Next day Keshu arranged some money and give it to Sethu. He also shared what happened to Sethu's family last night after Sethu leaves Ramapuram. Jose ransacks Sethu's home and manhandles his mother, brother and sister. They have been hospitalized. This makes Sethu lose his mind and return the money Keshu given him and tell him that he is going to Ramapuram. Keshu offered him his support for the fight, but Sethu's refuses as it's an endgame and Keshu has a family to be taken care of. Sethu goes to see his family in hospital and ask for forgiveness from his father for not fulfilling his dream of him becoming a policeman. With tears in his eyes, Sethu asks them goodbye and leaves. Jose gets to know that Sethu is waiting for him in the market and they both engage in a fight, and Jose gets upper hand first in the fight, but Sethu goes into a hysterical rage and beats up Jose. Police arrives in the market and see Sethu in a state in which blood dripping from his face. He takes up a dagger and he threatens to murder anybody who comes near him. Jose is seriously injured and tries to get up, but Sethu sees it and stabs him to death. Achuthan Nair enters the scene and commands Sethu to drop his dagger, which he complies with after several tense moments. Both of them become highly emotional and Sethu falls to his knees, utterly spent, after tossing the dagger aside. The film ends with Sethu being disqualified from entering the police force. Head Constable Achuthan Nair reads the police verification report which cites Sethu as a notorious criminal. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.